Alright, what's up YouTube? We're back at it again with another banger video for you guys. Today we did our poll day today. I started off with this little like that, like a pad thingy that people use that I see. I was like, why not try it, right? Because it seemed interesting. Let's see about now I feel like that was a good warm up, but I felt like it was too high for me to really do it. So I was like, I feel like it's better if you try with just a plate instead of using this pad thingy because it really tore my well, not tore my back, but like it felt like it was putting more pressure on it because it was like so the lengthened position was too much. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. If I want to do like a deadlift like that, I have to use like the 25 plate, like the green ones in the background. Those are what I see a lot of people use. But I was just curious to see how that one works. So I was like, all right, might as well try. You know what I'm saying? And in this video, I tried mixed grip for the first time in a while because I normally do hook grip. And well, for the first time I've done it, it didn't feel that bad, but it did feel pretty good. But since it's my first time getting back to it, it felt like a little awkward, like the positioning and stuff. So I feel like I might try to use mixed grip little bit more often to see how that works. So, instead of hook grip. I mean, it's not that like I don't like hook grip at all, but it just tears up my hands and it gets harder to deadlift or do other lifts because my hands always. Oh, excuse me. Because my hands be hurting. I mean, not that I'm a little big, right? But it's just like the pain from the calluses and the bruises on my hands. It gets very bad for me. And when I do like other lifts, like the next day, let's say I do like a squat or like a bench, my hands would be kind of well, not a limiting factor, but the pain would kind of be discomforting. But I mean, I do get over it. So I mean, it doesn't mean I'm quitting hug grip whatsoever. But I'm just like experimenting, seeing which ones of those would work the best for me to see what will you know would be able to hold it. And I did feel like I was holding the weight greatly from um with mixed grip. I mean, those are the two most popular grips in powerlifting or deadlifting specifically. It's the mixed grip and the hook grip. I mean, but I can do both. I mean, since genetically I have a strong grip, so I might as well take advantage of it, right? I mean, the thing with hook grip, it is, I like it. Only problem is that these LA fitness bars, they're thicker, and I genetically don't have big hands, and that's a big and that's a little problem because I try to write my because I do have a deadlift bar, but I can't really bring it because it's a pain in the ass and stuff. But it essentially because well, the reason why I can't really bring my bar is because I don't have a car for it, so because I can't bring my bar and all that stuff. And my dad usually is the one who helps me bring the bar, but he's really busy and doesn't really have the time to do it. But it's not a big issue. I mean, I can deadlift without the deadlift bar. I've used it before, like a while ago, and then some, and like a couple of videos ago. But it's not a big problem, so that's not the main issue right now. But specifically, the bars at LA Fitness is that they're more thicker because it's not a deadlift bar compared to those are much thinner and the grip is more how do I say the word? The grip is more sharper. Yeah, the knurlings are more sharper, and it allows you to grip more harder. But trust me, if you're a beginner and you use a deli bar, those knurlings they're sharp. It's like you're gripping on blades. But but you get used to it. So I mean, I'm pretty much used to it. And yeah, compared to like a deadlift bar, I can hook grip easily on that bar because um the bar is much thinner. It's 27 mm. I don't know how you would say that with a Della bar or a barbell. And I'm pretty sure like the standard barbells at the commercial gym are like 32 mm, and they're much thicker. And with my smaller hands, it's kind of a pain in the ass to deadlift. But it doesn't mean I can't deadlift. I mean, I can still deadlift, but Yeah, that's just the main thing. I mean, but I've gotten used to it because I mean, I do use chalk, so I just hold on to that bar to dear life. That's what I'm basically, have in my head before I deadlift. Have that like simple cue, and I started also doing like stretching my arms before I deadlift. And what I mean by that, sometimes doing some dead hangs, to loosen them up more to make them feel like longer. So I'll be able to grab the bar from a little bit farther distance. I mean, every little distance covered counts. It all helps. It all benefits. Yeah, because I feel like that's very beneficial because you can kind of do a little, cheat with that, and you can limit a few little inches of, well, not little inches, but like less than half an inch of range of motion, and then you just hold on to the bar. Yeah, and then also before I deadlift, I'm starting to, like stretch out my arms and, well, basically, like let's say you're doing a bench press. You lower your arms and then you push, right? Basically, I'm doing like a movement like that. I'm pushing. My arms are going down, but I'm pushing all the way front, so I can really loosen up my arms even more. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'd be talking about, and I feel like that would help. That helps with keeping my arms feel like they're longer, and it you know lets them lengthen a little bit more because sometimes your arms are stiff, so you got to take advantage, like stretching your arms so they can loosen up and you'll be able to grab the bar more efficiently without having it all stiff, and you could probably like lose a few little dist- distance cover that you could have gone from stretching your arms, letting them loose. I mean, because for deadlifting, your arms, you don't use your arms at all. Your arms are hooks, nothing else. The thing that's gonna do the work is the back and legs, well, the glutes and the hamstrings, and some quads. Because I do a hinge movement on the deadlift. You got to hinge. That's a little tip from the guy named Professional Weak Guy. Pretty amazing deadlifter. The dude deadlifts over 800 pounds, which is pretty crazy at only like 200 some body weight. And he is tall, so I mean, the thing he has an advantage is the long arms. Since I'm a shorter build, I mean, I'm like 5'7.5" or some shit like that. I don't know, but since I do that, I mean, one, I am shorter, so I do have a little bit shorter range of motion. I mean, but also limiting factor is I have shorter arms. I mean, I don't genetically have long arms. If I genetically had a little bit like inch or two longer arms, I could probably deadlift way more efficiently than I do right now, and it'll be pretty OP because I'd have a really short distance to cover. But it is what it is. So you gotta work with what you have. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of. Uh, I did back extensions in this video, but I couldn't record it because there's people around. But I did back extensions on the where the girls be doing the movement for their in well, you guys know what I'm talking about. So basically, yeah, I grab a plate and I just do like back extensions. Those really are great for like loading up the lower back for hypertrophy and overall building muscle, and it helps me build strength. Hammer curls, rope hammer curls. These are a really great movement for forearm builders. I really highly suggest doing these. I mean, don't. I mean, you can do standard hammer curls, but I feel like these are way easier to load and more tougher on your forearms. Compared to dumbbell hammer curls, it's kind of a weird movement. I mean, I usually do between like 35 to 30 pounds on dumbbells. I mean, I can do more, like I can do 50s, but I decided to do that because I want to, really tax the brachioradialis muscle, which is the main muscle working on when you're doing hammer curls. And I just like hold the dumbbell at 90-degree angle for a few seconds, and I go down and everything. But that takes quite a bit of time, so I was like, might as well just finish do these because these are way easier and they're more fun to do, and it makes your forearms look jacked. I don't know why. Like I was looking in the mirror and I was like, damn, my forearms look like they grew 2 inches just from doing this. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I did for this video. I mean that's pretty much all I did for this workout, and it's pretty much gonna be it for the video. Pretty short little video, but nothing crazy. Stay tuned. I'm still gonna post more. But yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, support your boy out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.